Hi everyone, Hannah from 360 Learning here to walk you through a high-level demonstration of our platform today, starting with the learner experience. Upon logging in, the learner will see the content and the page that they have access to depending on what academies they are in. Everything is customizable from start to finish. You are just seeing some of what I've put together in my demo platform, from the logos to this gallery and carousel and every other element on the page, which we'll go through together. As the learner starts to scroll on down, they'll see a very clean and clear My Work section with everything that they have been assigned, whether that's virtual or in-person sessions or blended learning paths. Seeing the due date, the status of this, and they can launch that, which we will take together in a few minutes. But first, other elements on the page can include Netflix-style channels, where the off-the-shelf content can directly integrate in for learners to very easily launch, Open Sesame just being one example here. A lot of other elements can exist on the page, but the key thing to note is that it truly is determined from the learner. What's their job? What skills are they taking? What should they see when they're experiencing this platform? On the right-hand side, a news feed, you're noticing a very modern social platform where I can see in my team what others are taking, interacting with that content, promoting what's going on in this cohort for that academy-based feel. Also, the Learner Anytime has a very strong search functionality where they can look for individual courses they want to take, maybe full curriculums, which we call a path, or maybe a PDF that they've recently taken. But also they can type in a search. Maybe this learner types in what is the FAST goal setting framework, and they're also able to ask their AI companion at any time. This will render an answer directly from in the platform for the content they have access to so that it's highly specific to your proprietary information. So we see that quick answer. And also, if I need additional context, I can launch into this course directly and get further information. So all of the ways to give learners what they need, whether they're searching on their homepage or through the full catalog that they should be able to see. Launching into this blended learning path, we see two different e-learnings, then a live training session with Microsoft Teams and Zoom integrations. We can register for whatever slot works best for me, and I will get that calendar invite. Also, once I complete this path, I can earn that customized certificate. However, we're going to take this first course together. Note that we are language responsive, very easy for me to jump right into this course. Also, I can save this for later or add it to a playlist. So you're noticing a lot of the modern social mechanisms that learners know and love from other apps. Here, we're taking this course together. This was authored in our tool, so you're getting a look at what can exist. Left-hand side is the index. We then have the activity at hand, and something we're well loved for is our contextual forum on the right-hand side, where I can ask questions to my peers and learners, just who is in my group. So again, that cohort-based feel. And as I scroll through the content, you're noticing a lot of different file types and interactive elements that can exist directly in our course builder. As I interact, we see some reinforcing gamified elements and many different question types that can live here. Micro assessments. You can also have standalone quizzes that you build in our tool as well. And question types such as this one, which is a coaching question. You're about to notice that I don't need to break through any firewalls or download any extensions. I can directly come in and speak to the question at hand. All I need to do is click start recording and give perhaps the sales pitch or answer the question above. And once this is done, I can submit this to my manager for feedback and grading. From here, I click submit. That sends off to, again, as mentioned, the manager or instructor for feedback and grading, and creates that one-to-one discussion for additional information to help me improve. So a well-loved tool. Also know I'm showing you this on the web experience. We do have a app that is 4.9 stars in the App Store. So a fully responsive experience for learners, regardless of where they are. So we'll wrap up from the learner's view here. We'll next go into how to create that content directly in our tool and what that can look like to involve your SMEs with really no barrier to entry for anyone who needs to contribute. Notice we're now in as a different user, same experience where they do not need to learn a new platform, but this individual has additional capabilities and can author and also has oversight into different teams and academies, which you're noticing on the left-hand side. This is a key part of the platform. You'll notice because these different academies can exist for, let's say, external partners, sales team, operations, and you'll notice that as I click between them, the look and feel and experience changes. This is so that all of your different learners with very different needs and skills can have the unique experience that they should. So upon logging in, they are getting the correct content, they're interacting with who they should. We're going to go into some content creation now. It's as simple as going to create and course for users who do have access. As mentioned, we can pull in off-the-shelf content in SCORM, but today we're showing you our proprietary course builder. And for those of you who have used ChatGPT, you know that you can give a prompt and have AI really assist you along the way. The better the prompt, the better the output. But we've also built this to allow for your documents, your SOPs, your technical guides, your resources to be pulled in, and we will help create a full course for you. What I'm pulling in is our sustainability charter. Let's say we wanted to educate our team about our initiatives. We are going to let the AI do this for us, and I'll show you what this outputs. Here we see the full outline it put together for us, keeping in mind adult learning principles. We have our companion as now the author to help us along the way if we want to make any tweaks to this outline. Very easy to drag and drop to change sections, but ultimately, if this looks good, we'll then generate the full course and have this ready for us in under 2 minutes. I'll be right back to show you what that looks like and how we can continue to iterate on that further. Not only do we have prompt controls within the generation of the course, but in the admin platform, you also have many different controls to control the pedagogy, the tone of the course, many different aspects so that you have control over how this is creating content in your platform. I'll show you what this generated. We click start. We see a ton of different activities on the left-hand side to choose from, to drag around, but also this is in the full order of that PDF that I pulled in, just making it digestible for learners. So we're seeing core values and commitments, talking about the heart of 360 Learning because that's the PDF I pulled in. We're seeing the core mission and values. And then we're even noticing it's generating scenario-based questions. So making sure if we're rolling out this course to learners that they're slowing down, that they are understanding the content, it's suggesting a lot for the author here to work with. And we can then at any time click the edit pencil if there's something we want to change. So we could say, well, we're going to pull in a different image or a different link. And you're noticing how easy it is to author. I can truly change whatever pieces I want or pull in my subject matter experts. Again, collaboration at every single place throughout the platform. It works similar to social media. I simply tag them and they will get the notification. And you can give very specific permissions so that they are simply co-authoring on this course. The subject matter expert can then come in, they can add their expertise, their files, they can record a video of themselves. You're noticing really no barrier to entry. They don't need to learn a new authoring tool. And that's why this is a huge differentiator for us. Having your experts share their expertise within the teams, especially before that talent might leave. So you're noticing so many different options, video pitch questions, pick a point, even AI questions, which we'll build one together. We can say, what are the core values of the company? And I can give the correction guide. So I'm copying, pasting in the answer here. And then we are going to preview this from the learner's perspective. So if this course was rolled out, I could be the learner and I could type in, okay, we value transparency. I'm going to give a pretty minimal answer. And you'll notice how the AI will come back and coach me so that I can hopefully get to the point of understanding everything, the complete answer. So you can also workflow this to send to a manager to still have human oversight if you want for the correction mechanism. So a lot of options when you're authoring. I'm just showing a very high level here. However, once this course is done, it's in a great place. We want to roll this out to learners soon. Know that you also have AI translation, which our customers have been loving. Can add in, there's over 50 languages to translate this into. I'll just do 2 for now, but it is rapid. We click translate automatically. And as soon as that turns green, we're noticing it's done. And we can head into the translation interface to make sure that this was accurate and also tag in a native speaker. More collaboration, making sure that everything is accurate, picking up on the nuance before rolling this course out. So in a matter of minutes, we went from a PDF all the way to a full course that is translated and had worked with multiple subject matter experts, highlighting the value of collaboration within the platform. But we also can then take that course and roll it into a path, which is a curriculum. We'll go into what the learner took, but from the admin experience. And here we see an interface that is very quick and easy to assemble any training content and curriculums you need, whether it's compliance, sales, health and safety, marketing. It can be whatever you need, up to 50 different steps. You can even pull paths into paths. Really great for succession planning, for different job training. So much you can do and add, as you can see here, simply just adding what steps you need, more drag and drop, very intuitive, even setting different metrics for your courses, such as minimum scores or number of attempts. And once we have our curriculum built, a really strong wizard for enrollment. As you can see, I can choose what groups should get this, but also using the metadata from our source of truth to say whether only certain teams should get this based upon their fields, their enrollment information. So can do enrollments based upon path results, successful, unsuccessful, certificates, maybe they're expiring soon. Really easy to pick up training gaps, custom fields, and get this training to the right people as it should, whether this is a static enrollment or a dynamic. 2 more things I'll show in our time together today, one of which is how easy and robust reporting is in our platform. For anything you want to report on, whether that's users, groups, content, this path, or individual courses, it's only 2 clicks away, and you will have a pre-baked dashboard like the one we're seeing here. And I always like to highlight how responsive our dashboards are. So I can even click on who are my 2 learners who are unsuccessful, and it will bring me down to those learners. So whether we want to see how the users are doing or the content, it's all on one page here, completion by step, score by step, and all of the data that's flowing in from the integrations, whether that's UKG, Workday, or the many others we have, we can filter based upon what we want to see. No, this is just one dashboard, but there are so many in the platform. And there's also options to ask the companion for your data for you. With my companion, I can type in what I want to see if I have the correct permissions. So I'm asking about the completion percentage of my compliance training, and this will return what I'm looking for. So I can see that this is, I didn't have a path for this. So it's going to shout out, these are the options. Okay, I want to see my annual compliance pathway. I can ask to see this one, and it will return the exact stats that I'm looking for. 0 of my learners have done this. I can then link right to that report and see the full breakdown. So for your middle managers who might not be super comfortable with reporting, they can ask the companion and have that do it for them. There is also so many other things to report on the platform. Quick hit chips at the top bring you to what you want to see, a dashboard already built for you, but also a full report writer, whether you want to set up a schedule and send report to hit different individuals' inboxes at the cadence you choose, download those immediately, or have them save to other users' dashboards, and a very robust data connect solution to get all of this data into your BI tool to share your business insights with your training insights. For our last experience today, I'm going to show a very high level of skills. If an ontology is pulled in or built out in our platform, learners are able to track their skills progress and get really strong recommendations, especially if they want to grow into a certain role or area. This individual, she's in skills, and as she scrolls on down, she automatically sees everything that is mapped to her job, but also perhaps the organization rolled out some culture or language skills as well. She is seeing everything that she should or everything that she added that she wants to work on. Contract management being an example, she can go in and we see she already made an assessment. She assessed at the level intermediate, but note that everything I'm showing you is highly customized as it should be per organization, because you all have different levels of proficiencies and different meanings for your skills and your jobs. The key part of our skills module is that learners can very quickly jump in and access recommended trainings. Really great for when they do want to close a skill gap, because the platform is scanning all of your content, utilizing AI, and mapping it to these skills per this learner's job. So a lot of great information here. This is just a high level overview. But note there's some great visuals in here as well for the learner to track their progress over time. So this was a very high level of 360 Learning. There's a lot more to the platform that we'd love to show you. Thank you.